The Clone Wars was one of the bloodiest conflicts in galactic history, with death tolls that had never been seen from such a war, even during the worst stretches of the old Sith Wars. In this video, we'll be assessing the casualty rates for clone troopers during the war, and discussing the 5 battles in which the Grand Army of the Republic suffered the most. Firstly, this video is about casualty rates, that is, the percentage of the total force that died, not the overall amount of clones that died. And secondly, we won't be counting the Battle of Dryden, either in this video or in our ranking of the Separatist death toll, as the disappearance of all forces involved was more of a natural disaster than the result of combat. Plus, it'd be cheating on our part. Anyways, let's get into it. Starting off here, we have the Battle of Pasillas Minor. This battle's lesser known, as it was only described fleetingly in an issue of Star Wars Republic, but it was nonetheless devastating. Fought in the Mid-Rim, the Battle of Pasillas Minor saw the Republic engage the Confederacy in battle on a swamp world, which was hellish enough without being shot at. But it wasn't the swamp that made the battle so costly. At one point in the battle, the commander of the Separatist warfleet in orbit decided that the battle wasn't proceeding quickly enough, and so he ordered his warships to open fire on the planet. The majority of plant life of Pasillas Minor was flammable, and so the battle went from virtual hell to as close to an actual hell as you could get. 90% of clones present died, an incredibly high casualty rate, and we're just getting started. The Battle of Sarrish was doomed from the start. The Republic's gunships were chewed apart from the first moments by anti-aircraft guns, and only the efforts of Commander Cody allowed clones to survive at all. While we don't have many details on how the battle ended, we do know that it was quoted as one of the Republic's most devastating losses, so we've given it a spot where we think it fits best here. We've covered this battle in depth before, and if you want to learn more about Commander Cody's heroics, be sure to check those videos out. Our next entry is definitely the least well known on our list, and perhaps is also the most insidious. Lodorvia was a core world on the borders of the Unknown Regions, little known until General Grievous chose it as a target during Operation Dirge's Lance. In one of the most horrific war crimes of the entire Clone Wars, Grievous unleashed a particularly virulent strain of the brain rot plague on the planet during the attack, which likely killed the vast majority of the clones present, and indeed killed every human in the entire sector. When talking about Republic defeats, no discussion is complete without a mention of Jobim. Thousands of clones and nearly 30 Jedi descended on Jobim in the first half of the Clone Wars, seeking to end a local civil war in the Republic's favour. Only one Jedi and a few hundred clones escaped that mudhole alive. Despite the Republic's superior technology, Jedi, and new AT-ATs, eternally rainy conditions on Jobim gave the Separatist-aligned Jobimi nationalists a distinct advantage. While the Republic was on the advance at first, an attack on their forward command center at Shelter Base cost them dearly early into the 2-month-long battle, claiming many walkers, and it was assumed the lives of Obi-Wan Kenobi and Alpha 17 as well. The battle just went downhill from there, and though the leader of the Nationalists was killed in the battle, at the end of it all, the Republic only had Anakin Skywalker, a few hundred clones at most, and a ragtag group of Jobimi loyalists. Nearly the entire Republic force of thousands was gone, lost under the mud of Jobim. To make things worse, some of the evacuation transports sent by the Supreme Chancellor were lost on the descent to rescue the Republic force, forcing Skywalker to leave the Loyalists behind to die. It was an unmitigated disaster. But not even the most unmitigated of disasters can compare to the rage of General Grievous. The Battle of Hypori was his first public appearance in the Clone Wars, and it was certainly an impressive one. Tasked with defending Hypori from a pretty large Republic invasion force, Grievous used orbital mines to bring down the Republic's assault ships, and then swept over the survivors with a massive droid army. Of the original attack force, only 4 Jedi survived. The clone casualty rate would have been 100% were it not for the Munilist 10, an elite group of ARC troopers that swept in at the last minute and rescued the surviving Jedi, technically becoming participants as a result. Still, a 99% clone casualty rate was certainly enough to introduce Grievous in a terrifying manner, and it made it as the battle with the highest clone casualty rate regardless. So, as per usual guys, leave your thoughts in the comments section below, and I hope you liked this video, because we're likely going to make more of these for other factions, and in saying that, if you enjoyed it, be sure to say so. Anyways guys, as always, thanks for watching, and I hope to see you in the next video.